We got the basic understanding about overall computer working, and we know what is CPU. Mainly we should be able to explain what is the CPU speed. Actually it is the cycles per second, right? You would have learned about hertz, frequency, right? For example, let's say within 1 second we are making 1 knock, then we are calling it as 1 hertz. Then we are putting 2 knocks, tuk tuk, then the hertz will be 2. Similarly, if you put 10 knocks per second, the frequency will be 10 hertz. But computer generate millions of clock cycles, therefore it is measured in gigahertz. So this is the relationship, hertz to kilo. 1 kilohertz means 1000 clock cycles per second. Then 1000 kilohertz 1 megahertz, 1000 megahertz 1 gigahertz. So then 1 gigahertz means billion, from here to here to here, 10 to the power 9. So mega mean 10 to the power 6. You should be able to convert between these units. It's very simple, right? If it is given in gigahertz and to represent in megahertz, we need to jump one step up. So then you will be multiplying by 1000, 10 to the power 3. Then to represent in kilohertz, you need to multiply by another 1000. Similarly, if the speed is given in kilohertz, we want to convert it to megahertz, then you will be dividing by 1000, right? Not hertz, kilohertz. If it is given in the hertz and to represent in megahertz, you need to divide by 1000 and 1000. Why? 2 step, no? Hertz to kilohertz, kilohertz to megahertz. Then you need to divide by 10 to the power 6. Now let's say the speed is given in hertz, we need to represent in gigahertz. Then you need to divide by 10 to the power 9. Why? Hertz to kilohertz 1 step, kilohertz to megahertz second, megahertz to gigahertz. These conversions should be very clear to you. If it is given in kilohertz, to represent in megahertz, this 1 step you need to divide by 1000. Always to represent from here to here we are dividing, right? But here to up we are multiplying. It is very clear, no? When we say any speed in gigahertz, we will be using very small numbers. But if it is represented in kilohertz, we will be using a big number. Conversion should be able to do, right? Then it is very clear here. 6 hertz mean these are the number of cycles per second. 12 hertz mean more than this. Then 25 hertz mean much more cycles, right? You can compare this diagram and see. Now the frequency should be very clear to you. So higher the clock cycles per second, CPU can process more instruction, therefore performance will be increased, right? Then additional to the speed, you need to remember inside the CPU you get arithmetic logic unit, that is for logical and arithmetic calculations. Then control unit is used to send control signal to devices. Then additional to that, there are 2 kind of memory unit. One is register, the other one is cache memory. One is register, other one is the cache memory. This we need to understand, cache and register. Now here this is the CPU, very tiny memory here. The smallest memory in the computer system is register, and it is the fastest memory unit. All current processing instructions reside inside the register. Then there are cache memory like level 1, level 2 and level 3. the cache memory is much more faster than RAM. Therefore the logic circuit will analyze, right? When CPU continuously communicate with RAM, the logic circuit can analyze what are the frequently used data or instruction here, so that will be copied to the cache. Then CPU no need to come out and read from RAM, because this is very slow compared to cache. CPU can directly access from the cache, right? That is the main reason here the cache is introduced, right, in between CPU and RAM, right? Then once everything is available in cache, CPU no need to come out and access the slow memory. So therefore this will increase the performance. There are level 1 level 2 and latest process level 3 cache also there. That is I am providing here for the additional knowledge. You no need to worry about the level, but cache is faster than the RAM. Definitely it is going to increase the computer performance, because CPU can continuously work with cache. Then again CPU comes and see, let's say that particular the unit, the data block is not available, then CPU will again ask from RAM. Then the logic circuit will guess and put all required memory blocks to the cache. Then CPU will continue with the cache. Likewise the cache memory speed up the computer system, right? Then register, these are the basic thing we need to know about the register, right? Function, role, capacity. Then cache memory the other kind of memory unit in the CPU, right here. Function, role, then the hierarchy. There are 3 levels, no need to worry about that. I am providing this for the additional knowledge, but we should know what is the main function of the cache memory. Right now it is very clear about CPU, what is inside CPU, what is arithmetic logic unit, control unit, registers, cache memory, and the CPU speed. How these clock cycle affect the computer performance. This basic explanation we should be able to give. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.